Hi, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and generally we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico, going live again on this beautiful Saturday morning here in the middle of Mexico. I have a lot of information to share. A lot of wonderful things are going on down here in Mexico. I'm glad that you guys could join us again today. That's Holly in the background, chilling out with her football. She was out partying all last night, came home all blasted, but all is good. All is good here in the house. We got Sandra in the house. She just became a member. She clicked the join button. And Sandra, thank you very much for joining the channel and to contributing to the channel. We got Char Williams in the house, speaking all that Spanish. She's been living down here about 6 weeks. She's already fluent. Buenos dias, feliz sábado a todos. And for those of you that don't know, that means, what does that mean? It means good day, happy Saturday to everyone. We got Tony in the house. Yee-hoo! That's funny. With the translation, we got Mary J in the house. Good morning to you. And Callie Trucker in the house from none other than the wonderful Golden State of California. My second wife was from the LA area. I've been there many times. Lived in San Francisco, actually Belmont for 5 years. Loved the state. Crapo Productions, a.k.a. Dr. John, coming in to join us from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I think he was the first one to ever show up live about 4 years ago. Khalid, hola to you. And look who's here, the stranger, the one and only La Dolce Vita, joining us from Italy, I think, unless she's in Indonesia. The girl got her own private jet. She gets around here and there all the time, got lots of cash. Woo! Yeah, girl. Donate to the channel, girl. Since you got all that money, you can travel all around. Send me like $5 million. If you got any of those like autocrat people out there hanging out with Donald Trump, and you ain't got nothing to do with them billions of dollars you got in your pocket, just send me like $500,000. That's all. You got billions, just, you wouldn't even know it was dropping out of your pocket. We got David in the house joining us from here in Morelia. It's another beautiful day here in Morelia. Yes, it is. And Eugene is in the house. Just got back from Mexico this past Thursday. Had a blast. That's right. I'm telling everybody, Mexico. Yeah, I've been here 20 years. It's fabulous every day of the week. And here's if I don't look at the cameras, this is what I see. Whenever I'm at my computers, editing video, creating animations, this is what I see. I look at this view all day, and pretty much I took this video last week, but this is pretty much what it looks like all of the time. This week was Independence Day. That was September 16th. Big party. That was on Tuesday. Schools were closed. Banks were closed. Big parties all over the city. And the night before, the day of independence is September 16th. So the night before at 11 o'clock, right in the main plaza of whatever city you're in, they do this thing called La Grita. La Grita. That means the scream. And the scream is, we are free. Get the hell out of here, Spaniards. We're free now. And for the first time in Mexico's history, in Mexico City, a woman did the scream, La Grita, from the palace of on the plaza in Mexico City, and it was none other, the one, the only, the fabulous Claudia Scheinbaum. She's awesome, man. Claudia Scheinbaum is awesome. I'm going to tell you, she's doing a great job in Mexico. I'm on the bus, Gus. Okay, girl. Okay, right on. Okay. I'll stop the rumors. All right. Yeah, a lot is going on here in Mexico, and I'll just say, I love it every day. We're at the very end of rainy season, so I'm going to say for like the last 4 or 5 months, it's been raining, and it rains and serious thunderstorms. You think you're in some kind of war or something, boom, 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 boom. But it doesn't rain all day. It might rain for, half an hour, then it stops. Sometimes it might rain for like 2 or 3 hours, and then the sun comes out. I got up this morning, 5:30. It was totally overcast and cloudy. Now all I see is blue skies, some clouds. It was about 54 degrees this morning. It'll go up to about 72, and kind of sort of it'll be like that through the fall and the winter. In January and February, it might dip down to some mornings where it's about 36 degrees, which I'm okay with that. I can handle that. But the weather is great. The value of the peso has been going up, meaning that if you come down here to visit, your dollar is going to be worth less. I put up a video about that midweek this week. Also, I was in the city of Toluca, and I made 2 videos about Toluca. Here's a map to Toluca. If I had visited Toluca before I went to Morelia, I might be living in Toluca, a fabulous place. This week, I took a trip to a place called Celaya, Mexico. It was about a 2.5-hour bus trip. I have a bunch of clips to share with you about this fine city. I could live in this city. Altitude is about 5,000 feet, so it's about the same altitude as Ajijic, so the climate is really good pretty much year round. Population about 500,000 people. They have all the big box stores there. Not that that's important to anybody, but they're there. Let's see here now. We got Carlos, buenos dias, Bill from Compton, California. See in Morelia on the 1st of November. Drop me a line, dude. It's hard to believe November is only a month away. So let's get to some clips here. Oh, also, the president of Canada met with the president of Mexico this week, and they're doing business deals. Both countries are doing very well. The video I put up on Thursday of this week was about the economy of Mexico, and it's very surprising stuff. So let's get to some video clips here. First, before we get to the city of Celaya, let me turn this comment off. Here we go. Before we get to the city of Celaya, when I walk to the little stores, I walk up this hill. I live at the top of that hill. So I walk up this hill at least once a day. It's a fabulous exercise. And on this one day, I saw this group of people, and sure enough, it was none other than the Jehovah Witnesses. Sure, you got Jehovah Witnesses in Mexico. They'll come and knock at your door and try to get you to sign up for their club. And I got a new episode coming up this week, so I needed a wig. I had to find a wig shop. Sure, I found a wig shop. And that's all they had was wigs. That's all I needed. I got me a wig. I got a new series coming out. I may come out with the first episode this week, but I had to get a wig to put on. You guys will be seeing that in the very near future. I had to get an outfit to go with it too. And then every Sunday, these guys, these young men and women, I live on this street right next to a park. And these are young men. I don't know what this group is. It's like a youth military group, and they exercise and march, and they have their black outfits on. One day I'll have to stop them and see who they are and what they are doing. But this is my street. This is my neighborhood. They get together every Sunday morning. And they always look very excited to be doing what they do. Now, that was the tamale man. He just went by here about 15 minutes ago. Tamales, tamales. He goes all over town. Tamales, tamales. Yeah. Okay. So let's get to the trip. Let me share the trip with you that I took this week. We got Jamie in the house from Montreal. Jamie, I think you called me yesterday. I was recording, and I'll call you later, but welcome from Montreal. We got Steve from Kansas City in the house. Liston Henry. Good morning, Bill. It's a beautiful morning. Liston is also here in Morelia. He's lived here a little longer than I have, and a pleasure to be part of what you are sharing today. Thank you, Liston. Liston's been out down here a little bit longer than I have, like maybe by a couple of months, but he's having a ball in his new life in Morelia, from what I understand. Did you ever buy the tamales? I'd be in heaven. Well, maybe one day. I was in a situation. Linda Jordan in the house from Oakland. Yeah, Gore, welcome. I was in a situation. I was in a relationship with a Mexican woman for 8 years, and we ate tamales. We ate tamales every day for 8 years, and I ate so many tamales that I don't even care if I ever see a tamale again. Okay, I mean, we ate pork tamales, beef tamales, pig tamales, sweet tamales, and I lived on tamales, so I might be done with them for a while. So look who's here. Look who is in the house, none other than She Thinks So. We got V in the house also. I believe she's in Canada. We got a lot of Canadians in this group, and She Thinks So. She Speaks. Everyone. Oh, she's in Merida this morning. You go, girl. The girl lives in the United States, works in the United States, owns a home in Merida. And so when she's over there, she's in heaven. Good for you. Okay, here we go. Let me this city I'm going to share with you now. It's the city of Celaya. And it was a really, really nice place. I would put it on my list of places that I could definitely live in. And well, let's just get started, and I'll tell you what's going on as we go through the clips. Let's see. Here we go. Here I am in the Morelia bus station. This bus is going to leave at 8 a.m. and a bus goes to this city from Morelia pretty much every hour. The 7 o'clock bus, I was there at 6:30. The 7 o'clock bus was full. I'm going to take this bus line, my favorite bus line, called Primera Plus. You can watch movies while you're on the bus, charge your cell phone, nice, very clean bathrooms. They're very timely. Primera Plus, they travel all throughout Mexico. And their buses are really pretty nice and shiny and gold, and their windows are clean. Not all the buses have clean windows, which is important, especially when you're shooting video. And so here I am. Here you go. Here's what the buses look like inside. I'm going to get on the bus, and this bus was pretty much full. The cost of this bus ride was right around 300 pesos. That's $15. But with my senior citizen discount, it was half off. And the floors, even the floors on this bus were really clean. And I chose to sit in one of these seats back here right next to the bathroom. And I didn't smell anything coming out of the bathroom, which is a really good thing. And here's the view from inside of the bus. And now we're starting to cruise a little bit. The bus is totally full. Yep, totally full. This is Primera Plus. They have a website. You can check out their schedules. They don't play music. You can't hear the bus driver's music. They have electrical outlets. You can charge your phone, watch movies, listen to music through their system. And we start out this trip by leaving Morelia. Of course, it's very hard to see, but in the middle of this video, you can see the cathedrals in El Centro here in Morelia. Again, Morelia's population here is about 1 million people, lots of universities, lots of industry, very smart people of all ages. And the really great thing about these trips that I take, this trip I'm headed north. So when I head north on a trip, you get to see all of this beautiful lakes and mountains and nature. And I have things to do when I'm on the bus. I need to be planning videos, planning interviews, questions to ask, figuring out places to go. But with views like this on a trip, I'm from Ohio. We don't have mountains like that in Ohio. No, we don't. Ohio is just flat, nothing to look at in Ohio. But There are some beautiful places in Ohio, but look at this. It's hard to do any work on the bus when I can see this for a full 2 hours and 10 minutes nonstop. Beautiful, beautiful trip. 300 pesos. That's $15 if you have a senior citizen discount card. Then you get half price. So, okay, let me make a note of where that last video is. Okay. Write it down. Okay. Let's go to comments here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Is the peso still worth about $1 US nickel? As of today, the value of the peso is 18.4 pesos is $1. The value of the peso today is 18.4 pesos is $1. So get out your calculator and do the math on that. What does the tamale cost around where you are? You can get a tamale for like 50 cents or less. Jamie, yes, the Morelia bus station was nice when I was there. Still very nice. Ken Wynn, Ken in Miami. Good morning, Ken. Lenora Wilson in the house saying hello. Jim Foster, how you doing, man? The real estate man in Colorado. If you want to buy a house, you want to find Jim Foster and he will hook you up. Bertine, good morning. Love watching your video clips. Headed your way in October, my daughter and family will be checking out Morelia. Your daughter and family will be checking out Morelia. Come on down. And oh boy, I see the questions coming now. Okay. Okay. David, Bill, how do you get a senior citizen discount card? This is a trick question. This is a trick question because what you want to do in Mexico is find a DIF office. And when I say DIF, that is D-I-J. D-I-J. Contact a DIF office. Okay. Now, the trick, David. Now, David just got his permanent visa last week. The trick is, okay. Let me do a search for this. D-I-F. Oh, here we go. Michoacan. Sure, why not? Oh, here we go. Okay. So let me share this image here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can make this happen here. This is the DIF office in Michoacan, but they have these offices throughout Mexico. You want to find out where the office, what the address of the office, and they're going to want stuff like you need to take your passport. You need to take your passport. What did I have to take? Passport, all the passport, proof of address, stuff like that. you may need an appointment. Now, here's the deal. Each state is handling senior citizens discount cards a little different. Some of them aren't offering them for a while. Some of them are. I got mine about 3 years ago in the Chapala area. Some people have told me recently that now they're only issuing senior citizens discount cards if you are a Mexican citizen. So, and fortunately, David, you have a Mexican wife. She speaks Spanish really good. So just go down to the office with your wife, Maria, have her do all the talking for you, see what's going on. And then tell us what's going on. Now, also, there's more to that. As far as getting your Mexican citizenship, I just found out that now, let's say I wanted to become a Mexican citizen like today. Well, what are the benefits of being a Mexican citizen? Well, if you're a Mexican citizen, then you don't have to worry about having a visa. You can travel to certain countries that you can't travel to in the United States. You might be able to even get like a little bit of a Mexican pension. But to get a Mexican citizenship, you have to take a cultural and historical test in Spanish, and you have to write out these answers in Spanish on the history of Mexico, the culture of Mexico, all that kind of stuff. But if you are over the 60 or the age of over, all you have to do is go in and get an interview and have an interview in Spanish. That's it. You don't have to answer questions about the history, about the culture, nothing like that. You go and say, hola, how you doing? What's happening? How your mama? Is your mama good? And if you just talk Spanish, you can get a Mexican citizenship. So that's all I have to say there. There you go. Tony, your apartment looks great, Bill. Would love to see a video tour. Okay. People keep asking me for a video tour of the apartment. I will put that up this week. Okay, I'll do that this week. And my apartment, the value of the peso, this month, I will be paying about $480 a month. It's 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom, fully furnished, with an excellent view of the city, an excellent location. I can walk to anywhere that I want to go. And look who is in the house, my other Moravia neighbor, Sammy. Hola, Sammy, buenos dias, fin de semana, which means weekend. Al fin de semana means weekend. Mexicans, all their words are really long. They can't just say weekend. Somebody tell me if there's a word for weekend in Spanish. I haven't run into it yet. It's fin de semana, end of week. Okay, so let's move along here. Let's get on this trip. Here's the actual trip part of my trip. Here we go, right here. We did that. Okay, here we go. Okay, now this is me getting off the bus in the city of Celaya, and you can see the Primera Plus buses right there, and I'm using my glasses. I think I'm getting better at using my glasses. I'm more aware, keeping my head steady. Let me turn off Sammy here. Let her go away. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'm on the bus. I'm off of the bus. I have no clue where I am. Very clean bus stations. Almost all the bus stations are very seriously clean down here. Hi to you. And that lady so I'm leaving, got off the bus, leaving the bus station. Nice and clean, lots of places to eat. And this is on a Wednesday. And there's the Premier Plus ticket line in Celaya. And okay, so I know I'm going to be out walking around town. So I have to tell myself, well, Bill, Bill, should I go to the bathroom? Should I go to the bathroom? Well, okay, going to the bathroom in Mexico is quite an experience. It's quite an experience, so I had to share that. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick here. I'm not going to show you what I did, but I'm going to show you just getting in, getting out, and what it's like inside. So here we go. So here you go. All I have, I'm getting my change. I'm going to stop this. When you take a bus ride, you go to the bus station, take change. Always have 15 pesos. They have many different peso coins. They have a 1 peso coin, a 2 peso coin, a 5 peso coin, a 10 peso coin, and then they have peso coins with a value of less than 1 peso. That's like garbage money, and they're real teeny tiny little coins. Okay, but if you're going to be on the bus going places and you need to go to the bathroom, you need to have 7 pesos. That's how much it's going to cost. Now, here we go. We're going into the bathroom. Here we go. So you have to go through those turnstiles. There, I'm getting my money together. There you go. Got my 7 pesos right there. Here we go. I'm counting them. And you have to go through these turnstiles. I have a backpack. There you go. 7 pesos. You put your money in the little slot, 7 pesos. There's no way you can get any luggage through that turnstile. So, okay, now I'm trying to figure out, well, which one of these do I go to? Is it that one or is it that one? That's kind of hard to tell which one is which, but I flipped a coin and I go into this one. There you go. There you go. It looks pretty clean. Not all the bus. Now watch this. Here's the toilet. Notice the toilet has no seat. No toilet seat. I've talked about, I didn't need to use the toilet. I just needed to use that thing right there. So that is the, some bus stations have toilet seats and other ones do not. So now let me stop here a minute. I have no idea where the bus station is. So I just want to get to El Centro. I want to see the plaza. I want to go to the art museum. There's some other museums that I want to see. I know they're in El Centro. So I asked this lady, I said, hey, can I walk to El Centro from here? And she said, yeah, it's like 3 blocks that way. Then you walk like 6 blocks down that way and bam, you'll be right there. Okay. And that's the first time I've ever asked that because, also this town has 500,000 people. So they have Didi and Uber there. So I could have taken a bus station taxi, but they always rip you off. Every bus station, every airport, if you use those regular taxis, you're going to get ripped off. Didi and Uber always come through with the good prices. So the lady told me how to walk to downtown. It wasn't that far. I said, well, how much will it cost? How long will it take? She said like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I said, cool. A taxi would have cost me either $5 or $3. So here I go. And look at these white taxis. That is the outside of look at those white taxis. Look at all of them. Look at them. There's like 20 of them lined up. How do they make money? They should go get a job at Uber. They must wait like 2 hours to get one gig. But anyway, so I leave, I start walking, and all the way as I walk towards the plaza, at first it was kind of disappointing because it looked kind of tacky, the city itself. It didn't look like really clean. This city has a huge agriculture market. I mean, they had agriculture stuff being sold out the butt on the way into the city, industrial areas. Here we go. And all the way walking in the cities, there were lots of taco stands like this with lots of places to eat. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. You got to like that. Really, really good. It's like realistic Mexico food. I walked some more, another taco stand, and I would eat, but I can't eat when I'm on the road shooting video. I got video to take. And if I sat down and ate some food, some tacos like this, I would get tired, fall asleep in the park. I wouldn't get my job done. So I have to avoid the food. Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. I mean, there's just food everywhere. Fresh. And I love it when you can see the food being made. So you can see the meat that is fresh or the vegetables that they're using is that fresh. You can see if their hands are clean. Do they have garbage laying around in the stove? More food. I'm just walking, have no idea where I am, but I'm just following the lady's directions. And she said, oh, just go down 3 blocks that way, straight 3 blocks, make a left, and then go 6 blocks, and you will be ready to rumble. I'm gonna go check out some comments here now. So as I walked into the city, I was kind of disappointed because it wasn't as clean as most places I had been to in Mexico. But the closer I got to the plaza in El Centro, the cleaner it got. And the city downtown, you're going to see in a second, the city was beautiful in El Centro. And yes, I could live in this city. And the pricing I found for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, fully furnished apartment, the ranges were between 3,000 pesos to 12,000 pesos. 12,000 pesos in El Centro, which is $600, will get you a fabulous, fully furnished apartment in El Centro. $600 a month. Or you can get kind of a not so special apartment, and a not so special apartment in El Centro would cost you about $150 a month. So I'm going to say for somewhere probably for $400 to $500 a month, you could have a really nice apartment in El Centro of this city. And the city of Celaya, they have numerous universities that are represented there. They say it's between 30 to 35 universities in a city of about 500,000 people. And let me check out some notes over here. Okay, they have the big box stores there: Walmart, Sam's Club. In Mexico, Soriana is it's like Kroger's all over Mexico. MAGA is like Kroger's also, all over shopping malls and businesses, companies investing in Mexico and employing people in Mexico include Pepsi Cola, Whirlpool, Honda, Campbell's Soup. They have a Campbell's Soup factory in this city. Procter & Gamble is in this city. Avon Cosmetics is in this city. This city economically is rocking and rolling. They're creating jobs. The people have jobs. They got money to spend. So anyway, the closer I got to El Centro, the better it got. And I really liked this city. It was very, I would say for sure, you could spend 2 nights for sure, 3 nights preferably. Okay, so let me go back to comments over here and see what's going on. Okay, Sammy's got things to say. I have my tamales, people. And Sammy is a vegetarian, a vegan. I order my tamales because I am, there you go, strawberry, pine, and lemon. No butter or pork fat. It's very clean and tasty. I get 12 tamales for less than 200 pesos. That's $10. And I'm going to say, generally speaking, a tamale is a meal. So let's say, Sammy, if you pig out and eat 2, well, that's 6 meals for $10. Tamales, I do like them when they are cooked well. Randy and the twins, hello. Would you say it's an ideal place for a young American family with 3 kids under 3 years old to live? Yeah. Yes. Celaya, as long as you live in a nice, safe community, go check it out for about a week, something like that. Extremely affordable. Lots of young people. I'm looking at your picture. Lots of people your age, lots of families, lots of universities. When you have lots of universities, you have lots of professors. Professors have children. Lots of business owners and managers, they have children. For me, affordability is king. Morelia is extremely affordable. Mazatlan for me was not really affordable and hot and humid as hell. Again, the altitude of Celaya is about 5,000 feet, same as Ajijic. So it's going to be nice and cool there with no humidity. Yeah. Elizabeth, hi, Bill. I took my luggage in with me. A lady showed me how. Oh, you put it in front of you as you go through. Girl, I have tried. I got a big ass luggage thing, but whatever, right? I'm glad. I got to make a video on how to get your luggage into the bathroom in Mexico. Very good. Hi, Bill. Any recommendations for Dia de los Muertos? Almost anywhere in Mexico is going to be good. I would say They say Pátzcuaro. I've done a video on Pátzcuaro. They say that is a very good. And Pátzcuaro is only about a 45-minute drive from Morelia. There is a lake. I think it might be called Lake Pátzcuaro. And there's a little island. I did a video on that. Starts with a J. And they say going to that island is a great place to be for Dia de los Muertos. I was in Mazatlan for Dia de los Muertos. They had an excellent parade going down to Malecon. It's like 1 million people show up to watch the parade. Almost anywhere. My cousin went to Dia de los Muertos in Ajijic. She had a fabulous time. So it's really hard to go wrong for Dia de los Muertos. And for those of you that don't know, Dia de los Muertos means Day of the Dead. So it's kind of like Halloween. And people visit cemeteries. They have parties in cemeteries. It's a freaky deaky day. Overcoming my demons. Hey, Billy the Geek. What's up? Overcoming my demons. Right on. What a name. What's going on? Okay. One thing that Italy and Mexico have in common is bring your own tissue always for the toilets. And La Dolce Vita, tell you what, my right behind me under that picture with the red apples is my backpack. And in my backpack, I got a roll of toilet paper. And I always, in that backpack, which goes with me everywhere. I'm going to go to the grocery store after this broadcast. I got a roll of toilet paper in my backpack. I always carry toilet paper. And it's made by Kleenex. It's called Continental. Continental is the same, and I've talked about it before. It's the same size as toilet paper in the United States. And it's Continental. You can't buy Continental toilet paper everywhere. You can get it at my grocery store, La Comer. There's a pharmacy. It's called Farmacia Guadalajara. They might have it, but I'm always stocked up on my Continental toilet paper, and I carry it in my bag all the time, specifically if I'm taking a bus ride. I always carry a roll of toilet paper. Just a word to the wise. My father used to say, a word to the wise is sufficient. La Dolce Vita and the train station at New Orleans, France. Okay. Look who's here, Brian Maiden. Good morning, Bill. On the house. Need to get my coffee. Get your coffee, man. I was wondering where you were. Reggie Meggs is in the house. Ola Bill from Laguna Beach, California. Right on. Been by there many a times when I was married to my second wife. My second wife's from Palos Verdes. Okay. And Justin, thank you so much for contributing to the channel so I can take these trips, buy this equipment, pay my internet bill. Thank you, my man in Iowa. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you very, very much. Autumn Green, good morning, Autumn. Great to see you here. Billy A. Adicto. Okay. Que anda, amigos? ACC2. What up, friends? Angela Morris. Hola, Angela. Great to see you here. Michelle is in the house also. She's been in Morelia almost as long as me. We've had breakfast a couple of times, and she is enjoying herself. Welcome, Michelle. ACCT. Do they have a Charmin toilet paper? I've never seen, maybe they have at Costco. I don't go to Costco. Maybe they have Charmin at Sam's Club. I don't go there either. All I know is I use Continental. It's made by Kleenex, and it's really good. It even smells good before you use it. So there you go. All right. Elizabeth, only place in Mexico where I didn't see a toilet attendant was at the major airports. Okay. And look who just showed up. They just walk in, spreading. They just walk. The girls, when they show up, they just show up spreading the money around. Lisa, Ola, our Cuban honey. Oh, yeah, they were here like a month ago, got their visas all hooked up. Yeah, when y'all come back, drop me a line, and thank you, girls, so much for contributing to the channel so that I can take trips. And we got High Vibe in the house. Always good to see you, girl, looking all good this morning. She must have got all dressed up. Thank you. Brian Maiden will be in Puerto Vallarta on Tuesday for a few days, back to Ajijic for a few weeks, and hopefully to Morelia. Getting excited. Yeah, Brian, when you get close to the Morelia part, if you can email me, you have my email. If you can email me about 5 days before you get here, that would be great. Also, Brian, okay, so you're Tuesday, we're still in September. While you're in Puerto Vallarta, there's a bar there in Old Town, and it's called Andales. Andales. And Andales. And another name for, I think it's got to still be there. And another name for Andales is the Gringo Bar. That's what it is. It's the Gringo Bar. And I'm going to say that Andales is going to be happening Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be iffy, Brian. But they're Brian and Andales. They're going to be playing the music you like. If you're lucky, there might be some pretty women in there. But it's when I started going to Andales 20 years ago, it was a crowd of men and women with people that were around 40 years old. The last time I was there, everybody there was older than me. It was like it was scary, man. A whole bunch of people older than me listening to soul music, rock and roll music, even some country western music, drinking and having a good time. But the name of the place, Brian, is Andales. I guess it reminds me of Oregon, where they employ folks to pump your gas. Interesting. In Mexico, they employ people to clean and maintain the bathroom. Yes. Okay. And that's a whole nother story. I have never seen a self-service gas station in Mexico. In everywhere I've been in Mexico to get gas, they have somebody that pumps the gas for you. I've never touched a gas pump in Mexico. I did it all the time in the United States. Is the Morelia sewer system designed to flush toilet paper down the toilet? And Axel Foley, that is a fabulous question. And some people may think it is a very silly question, but this is an excellent question. In my apartment, I have 2 toilets in here. I can flush them all day long. I can put stuff in them, flush them. I can blow my nose, take the tissue, throw it in below my nose again, tissue in the toilet, flush, flush, flush. Not all of Mexico is like that. Everywhere I have lived in Mexico, the apartment has had flushable toilets. I would think that not all of Morelia is like that, specifically in El Centro, but I can't say this for a fact. But if you go into El Centro, where some of these buildings were built years ago, hundreds of years ago, and they had to adapt all of that plumbing, the restaurants, even the really, really nice restaurants, they'll have a sign in there that says, don't flush the toilets. You know, put your, after you wipe yourself, put it over there in that garbage can. Okay. So I would say that of all the houses and businesses that I can see as I look out this window here, I'm going to say all of those have working flushable toilets. Yes. But as you travel through Mexico, it will change from city to city and neighborhood to neighborhood. How do you spell? Oh, Andales. Andale. I think Andale. If somebody, yeah, that's it right there. Honestly, uninteresting. Just that's how you spell it. Andales. That's it right there. Andales. There you go. Okay, every Mexico home has a little garbage can by the toilet. Yep. Just the custom throw paper in there, not down the toilet. For 30 or 40 years, I've seen this. It's the custom. I've been into a lot of Mexican homes where they never have any garbage cans next to the toilet. But if no, that is not a custom throughout Mexico. Andales, that is how you spell it. Flushing toilet paper is important to me. It's important to me too, Axel. Not in the garbage can. No, I don't like the garbage can. It's one of the questions I would ask the landlord up front. Right on, man. You my man. I feel just like you. If I'm looking at an apartment and I can't flush my stuff down the toilet, I ain't paying no rent. Great. See the joy, but that's just one of the joys of living in Mexico. Let's look at some more here. Here we go. So the lady told me, there's the OXXO right over there. The lady told me walk down to the boulevard and make a left. I said, okay. So here's the boulevard. You can tell it's a split street, and there's a lot of traffic. It's still not really tidy yet, but the streets it's looking a bit more modern. I'm still not overjoyed about what I'm seeing, but I'm going to say most of the cities that I've visited, the bus stations usually aren't in the best part of town. So I start walking around and the city starts to look more and more accommodating as I get closer to El Centro. And I ask people along the way, I tell them, is this the way to the Plaza Principal, the principal plaza? And they say, yes. And the main plaza, the Plaza Principal, or the big word in Spanish would be the Plaza de Armas, the Plaza of Arms. And that's the main plaza in any city. It's called the Plaza de Armas. And I looked up and there was a big sign. It said the Plaza de Armas. And I'm getting closer to the plaza. There's more life, more vendors, more food in the street. More beauty. What's going on over here? There we go. More beauty. Again, this city is Celaya. I could live there for sure. Altitude 5,000 feet. I had on a hoodie. There you go. Lots of here's the rotisserie chicken place. There you go. Look at all the chickens this guy has on the grill. Look at all that chicken. This man, he ready to go. He doing his thing, man. Yeah. When I'm on the road, sometimes I buy half a chicken to take back to the hotel room. Get a half a chicken with some rice and some tortillas. I'm good to go. Go back there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I get off of the boulevard, and there was a sign. It said Plaza de Armas, Plaza de Armas, and I start walking that way. Now I'm getting to the historic center. The streets get thinner. And this is the part of town that I would like to live in. Here's a little taco shop right off of the plaza. And look at all the people just sitting there chowing down on tacos. These tacos probably cost you like 50 cents, maybe 25. Look at my man. My man is good to go, right? He got his tacos. He is ready to go. Yeah, look at all them people. And if you see a whole bunch of people like that around a taco stand, that means that is the place to be. Oh, and as you know, everywhere I go, I run into Chinese food. Another Chinese restaurant, very affordable. With all the Chinese food you would ever want. I was just ready to sit right down, eat me some Chinese food. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, but I'd get tired. I'd fall asleep. I wouldn't even make it back to the bus station. I can't do it. No, here we go. So, yes, I could live in this city, very affordable, lots of young people. Most of the people looked young and hip, except for him. He don't look so young and hip, but all the other people, they look young and hip and modern. Oh, I think I went to the wrong pictures. Okay, so now I'm getting to the main plaza. I'll be putting up this video this week. That structure that you're seeing there, it's a famous structure. I have to check my notes on its significance. They had several fabulous cathedrals. I went into two of them. Here's one of them now. These cathedrals were out of this world on the inside. I was very surprised. And I have to check my notes for the names of each one that I entered. Yep. Whenever you see a cathedral, whether you're an atheist, maybe you're like Muslim, Hare Krishna, doesn't matter. Go into the cathedrals and check them out. Why? Well, check this out. I'm going to walk in here in a second. And I think now I'm using my camera instead of my glasses. I forget. Maybe I'm using my glasses here. But here you go. It's huge. And some cathedrals have really tacky statues and tacky art. But this one had really beautiful statues and beautiful oil paintings, very high ceilings. Here we go. Yeah, it was just awesome. Check it out. And the woodwork is always phenomenal. Yep. Yeah, the Spanish knew how to convert the heathens. Just build a big ass church. Give people wine. Give people some wine, some wafers, and get them into church. Yeah. Now, this is one of the plazas before, and I always enjoy this. It's got to be about 10:30 in the morning. People enjoy their small and large plazas in Mexico throughout the day. Look at this, that person just sitting out there, people sitting in the plaza, enjoying life, people watching. Yeah, man. This is what it's all about right here. There you go. Uh-huh. Yeah, let me see where I am here. I still have some I still have some clips to go. And let's see what's happening up here. Okay, there you go. Here we go. Rico, Nico, Zocalo. Hola, Rico, Nico. Hi, Bill. I'm also from Columbus and greatly enjoy your humor and wisdom. Hugs and kisses to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ohio, a great place to be from. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Great place to be from. Thank you, Nico. Buck stops here. Hola, Buck. Great to see you in the house. I says, Buck, I'm just doing my show, man. That's what's happening. Jamie, have a safe trip, Brian. Did you buy travel insurance? TD Bank is pretty good as long as you are as long as your pre-existing conditions are stable for 3 months prior. Thank you for that tip. One Canadian to another. Elizabeth, I lived with rich folks and they all had little garbage can in the bathrooms. Doctors, accountants, lawyers, family. Even one, their son bought a new home and they all had little cans. I lived with Mexicans, I mean, full time for 8 years, and none of them in Guadalajara and Chapala, none of them had little cans. These were wealthy people also. They just had regular toilets like they did in the United States with no little cans to put your stuff in. So, yeah, so your people and my people are just two different kinds of people. Jamie, yes, I have travel insurance. Never leave the house without insurance. And look who's here, none other than Cats. I was surprised that I did not pay extra for unlimited toppings for the tacos. People loaded up on cabbage and salsa. Yeah. Uh-huh. And Brian Maiden, thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting my travel fund. Thank you so much. And I have more cities. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And email me about 5 days before you get to the Morelia spot. Thank you, Brian, so much. And if you're watching the rebroadcast and you would like to support the channel, there's a donate link in the middle of the description below, and you can donate using PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, even Discovery Card. Now, or just join and become a member. That works also. Sammy, Axel, I have never been anywhere in Mexico where I've been told. Did you stop short there? Did you stop short there, Sammy? For those people in the chat that has residency, When you purchase a plane ticket to Mexico, do you pay tax? Now, Axel, that's a good question, and I'm saying I don't understand. Sammy, thank you. Kelly, everybody loves Primera Plus buses. Okay, yeah. Whenever it's possible, I take Primera Plus. But their buses vary. Most of their buses are very nice. All of them are always nice and clean, but not all of them have electrical capabilities so you can charge your phone or plug in your computer. Some do, some don't. That's the only downside. Okay, whatever. Also, my backpack has wheels on the bottom. So Primera Plus is the only bus line that if you have wheels on your backpack, then you have to put it, they treat it as luggage. So you got to put it with the luggage, which I don't like because I got all my computer in there. I got my earphones and my notepad for writing, and my backpack is like an office. So if I put my backpack in with the luggage, I ain't got nothing to do on the bus. So I carry a little bag. With my toilet paper, I always carry a little shopping bag and a raincoat. It all fits in my little bag. So they wouldn't let me take. So on the way there, they let me take my backpack on the bus, Primera Plus. On the way back, the people wouldn't let me put my bag on the bus with me. So I had to get out all the stuff that I need to be on the bus. I got my phone charger, my computer. I got all this, so I got another little bag so I can put all that important stuff in my other little bag, check my backpack. Then I can still get on the bus and be functional. Just a word to the wise. Okay, now. Woo! Wow, such an old city you visited, founded 1570. Yeah, that's what I do. I go to places other YouTubers don't go to. And what else? Let me see. I'm going to put up 2 videos. I'm going to put up 2 videos this week about Celaya. Now I'm going to put up 1 video this week about Celaya, and I'll have all the facts about the universities, the businesses, and more history. It is a fabulous place. And I got to say, Mexico is truly astonishing with all of the business that it's doing, all of its agriculture. And like in the United States, farmers are going out of business because of tariffs. That, like soybean farmers in the United States, they've always sold soybeans to China. And then Donald Trump messed up the tariffs. And so now China's buying their soybeans from Brazil. And they made 5-year contracts. So all the soybean farmers in the United States are just effed. I mean, they're effed. And with all this ICE stuff going on, the farmers have lost like 1,200,000 workers that, pick the tomatoes, pick the corn, do all that stuff. Those people are gone. Farmers in the United States don't have people to pick all the stuff. It's harvest time. In Mexico, they're investing in agriculture, in research. They're investing in Mexico. Mexico is investing in solar panels, in windmills. And what? The United States, many people in office in the United States want to get rid of solar panels and windmills, and they want to go back to coal. They want people to be coal miners. Who wants to be a coal miner? You want to be a coal miner? In Mexico, they're investing in education, in university, and in teaching their children, in engineers. In the United States, they want to get rid of education. They want to get rid of the Department of Education, get rid of universities. Mexico is kicking that A. Mexico is kicking that A. And they're doing a great job down here. But they don't tell you that in the United States. Because you might watch a couple of my shows, see some of these cities, and move on down here and be happy. Just come on down here and be happy. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. I'm writing from beautiful, sunny Akron. You're in Akron? Leaves are falling and I'm raking. Good for you, girl. Akron, the Rubber Bowl. I went to see a concert in the Rubber Bowl. I've been to Akron a few times. Akron, the rubber city of I don't believe you're in Akron. No way. To my tissue and trash bin. I would never live in such a place since I'm extremely scornful. In fact, I was renting an Airbnb and the host posted a sign to flush your paper. And if there, I guess that's to be continued. You really could call your channel the Red Hoodie Traveler. Oh, that's a good one. The Red Hoodie Traveler. Okay, let me think about that. Do they celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico? Yes. They celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico every day of the week. Every day of the week is Thanksgiving in Mexico. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. I ain't going to go all religious and spiritual on you all, but I've been trained that every day, the first thing I say to myself when I wake up in the morning, I swear to God, I say this to myself every day. First thing when I wake up in the morning, I've trained myself to say, thank you for the gift of this day. Thank you for the gift of this day. Okay, Kat, so let's get real serious now. No, they do not celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico. Christmas, yes. Easter, yes. New Year's Eve, yes. Oh, Mother's Day, yes. Father's Day, yes. Those are the only days I can think of that are the similar holidays. Like this week was kind of weird because Tuesday was Independence Day. And so it's not really a holiday for me, but it is a holiday here. Nobody's working, schools are out, banks are closed, people are partying all day, which brings me to an important point. If you're traveling in Mexico, or you're going to live here, or if you're living in Mexico, go to YouTube or go to Google and do a search for Mexico national holidays. Find out those days, because on those days, a lot of stuff that you might need to do will be closed. Also, another thing to consider if you're thinking about going to museums or art galleries or seeing if you're going to go to a city and you want to see the very best of that city, don't go on Mondays. Because Mondays are days when a lot of museums and galleries, some parks are closed on Mondays. So I never travel on Mondays because a lot of the good stuff might be closed. But let me say this. Well, that's all I have to say. Word to the wise is sufficient. Reggie Meggs, thank you for supporting the channel. That's greatly appreciated. Bill, here's your travel fund. I love all the new cities that you expose to us. By the way, toilet culture around the world is quite interesting. Reggie, that's funny. I've never heard it put quite like that, my man. Toilet culture. China has squat toilets and they hate to use regular toilets. Okay. Hey, right on. So I know somebody must have made a YouTube video about toilet culture, international toilet culture. Oh, okay. Now, while we're talking about that, when I was in the first apartment I moved into in Puerto Vallarta 20 years ago, had a bidet. And let me think about it. 20 years ago, 20 years. Yeah, I'd never had an apartment with a bidet. It had 2 toilets in my bathroom. It had the regular toilet and then it had the bidet. And that's the only time I'd ever seen that anywhere in Mexico. I had a girlfriend in San Francisco. She had one. She was a rich lady. And she loved that thing, man. She loved it. Whatever. But thank you, Reggie, very much for contributing to the channel. Primera Plus, the drivers are nice and professional. On a long trip, they actually thought about us with the food stops. Okay, I've never had one make a food stop. I appreciated that. And they were driving in pairs. Interesting. Axel, I pay the taxes. Then email the airlines with a copy of my residence card and ask for a refund of DNI taxes. Very good. They refund your card within a week. Excellent tip. Excellent tip. Because now what I hear this is what I think Axel, and she thinks so she speaks. I think this is what they're talking about. You get on a plane, you come from the United States to Mexico, automatically they're going to charge you for the tourist visa automatically. So she thinks so she speaks is saying, well, yeah, they're going to charge you for it, but you can get your money back, full refund. Thank you very much. Now, in Ohio, avocados are from Peru, not Mexico, because of our tariffs. Very freaking interesting. Woo! Now they are talking about nuclear power once again. Woo! Sounds like the president of Mexico is very liked. I like her. She's doing a great job. She's very intelligent. She has Mexico moving in great directions. And I love making the trips that I take because I have to research these places. What is the industry? What is the industry? What are the universities doing? What are the students in college studying? Mexico is on fire economically, financially, I guess economic, financial things, agriculturally, energy-wise. Mexico is kicking that butt, man. Making friends with people all over the world, countries, Europe, Great Britain, China, Africa. Who doesn't want to do business with Mexico? Because they cool and honest and hardworking. And while some countries are facing labor shortages because of ages, people are getting old. They don't have younger people, and then the younger people they have aren't educated. In the United States, But in Mexico, they have a very strong labor force because Mexico people, they be populating the planet. You know what I mean? They be getting together and doing that thing. So they be populating. That's populate. Woo! Hey, hear what I'm saying? Yeah, they be doing that. Woo! Along with the fabulous economy and agriculture, they be populating education. Yes. All right, now here we go. Right on, Bill. Every day is a reason to be thankful. Yes. Oh, and let me say this. I still have more videos clip to share with you. I have more video clips. If you would like to do an interview with me remotely and tell me about your experiences in living in Mexico, your visits to Mexico, I'd love to do an interview. It's real easy. We do it all. You can be in Paris. You can be in Uganda. Don't matter. We just set up a time. We do the interview. I would love to hear your experiences. But on a lighter note, on a health note, I've had a couple of accidents in the last couple of months. Fell down, messed my leg up, walked funny on my ankle, messed that up, couldn't walk. When all of a sudden you can't walk around, life creates all type of new challenges. So I appreciate health and healing. But about a week ago, I slept funny on my neck. And I know I did because I had 3 pillows in the bed and my head was like this all night. And I woke up and I couldn't move my head, right? I couldn't look this way. I couldn't look that way. I said, oh no, am I permanently damaged? I said, well, oh no, I hope this isn't a permanent thing going on. But now I'm fine. The body, a woman, when I was a social worker, the treasurer of the social work house, she said, Bill, time heals all wounds. And so I'm thankful I can walk and look this way, look that way. Looking this way and looking that way is very important when you walking around and there is traffic. Hear what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Ray Garcia. Border cities do celebrate. These have assimilated USA. Oh, okay. USA customs. They are called twin cities. Okay, so I guess Ray is saying yes. Some cities do celebrate Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm used to the toilet now and can never go back to the bidet, and can never go back to regular. Yeah, my girlfriend in San Francisco, I was with her for 3 years, and she loved that thing. Oh yeah. She loved it. I'd like to get me one. Go ahead and give it a whirl. I watched the Mex Independent El Grito. Claudia Scheinbaum did a lovely job on the balcony in Mexico City. Enough time. Travel. I used to put ice in the bidet. Maybe I'm saying that right. I don't know. To chill wine bottles. Okay, that's a good tip too, huh? President Claudia works 7 days a week. She's awesome. She is awesome. I totally agree. Have a great weekend, everyone. Adios, Jamie. And Jamie's coming down in December. Brian, you too, Jamie, Canadian to Canadian. That's funny enough time. Travel. Okay, now. Okay, so here we go. Also, I want you to be on the alert because this week I think I'm going to introduce a brand new character, and it's going to kind of not be related to Mexico, but I think that this new character is going to be a series. It's going to Peggy Harrington. Ola Peggy Harrington. Peggy Harrington just went in the middle of the description, clicked the donate link, and she donated $25. And Peggy Harrington, thank you very much for contributing to the channel to help us travel, pay our bills, and buy new computer equipment. And for what it's worth, for me to broadcast with this software that I use, I pay that bill every November. It's like $900 a year. Then I've got my website. That's about $400 a year. And then I actually need a new hard drive for my desktop. So all of your contributions help me take trips, pay for equipment, internet fees, all that kind of stuff, and eat some food. And may I say this? Next week, I have a few more clips of Celaya. A few more clips of Celaya. I have about 8 more clips, but I'm going to show you the really good clips next week. And so I got all my shots done. I had my glass images and all of that. And right in front of the bus station in Celaya was a Burger King. Right in front was a Burger King. I got back. I'm getting ready to get the bus, come back here to Morelia. I said, well, I think I'll go into Burger King. Whatever. So I go into Burger King, and everything, all the Whoppers and the chicken sandwiches, it was expensive, man. Like, to get a Whopper was like 200 pesos or $10. A cheap Whopper was like $8. What? Really? What happened? When I haven't been to Burger King in about 12 years. I used to go to Burger King in Puerto Vallarta, but I would get the Whopper Junior for kids. And you could get a Whopper Junior. What, you got your burger, came with lettuce, tomato, and some cheese, and it was $2. $2. I might get 2 of those, $4. I'm good, man. But okay, so I got a Whopper Junior. It cost me $5, and it tasted like shit. I spent the French fries were good, but it came with French fries, the Whopper Junior, and a drink. I had apple juice, Whopper Junior, and fries. The apple juice was good. The fries were good. The burger itself tasted like crap. That's all I have to say. Okay, now let's get back to some more. I got a few more video clips here. So we came out of the church, and now we're getting truly into the historic district, El Centro. So for me, if I were going to live in this city, this is where I would want to live. You got to check this out. Check this out right here. The joys of living in Mexico. I got to play that again. I mean, I'm just walking down the street, and all of a sudden I see this. This is what I see. Look at here. This is the day after the Day of Independence. My dog got on his sunglasses. He got some kind of medal around his neck. He has a donation cup. Look at him. He's not moving. He's just sitting there on his pillow, watching the people go by. The joys of living in Mexico. You never know. Oro. That means gold. That means they're buying gold. So the more I got into El Centro, the cleaner the city got. And again, I love seeing young people. Yeah, I love seeing young people. I love being the old guy. Look at these two young people in that corner. Now I'm a couple more young people. There's an old guy my age. So the plaza is surrounded by these shops and restaurants under the pillars. You can see the plaza over there, some apartments that you could live in. I'd like to live in one of those apartments where I can overlook the plaza, or maybe live in that building. Yeah, live in one of those apartments upstairs. Go live. I could go live on Saturday, come down here and hang out in the plaza, look for old ladies my age in their wheelchairs, see if they want to come back to my apartment and get with it. Hear what I'm saying? You know? And I don't remember seeing any Americans or Canadians. Look, young people with backpacks like they've been to college or something like that. Very pleasant here in this part of town in El Centro. Really clean. Really clean. No humidity. I have on a hoodie. I'm not sweating. Just very nice. And there's a young person with her mother, look like maybe a college student. I love seeing college students. I want everybody around me to be college students. Look, and people just sitting around, young people sitting around enjoying the plaza. I should have got a shoe shine. I don't know how much that cost for my new boots that I have. But yeah, I could live here. And this is one of the cities in Mexico that people don't, or tourists, expats, gringos, they don't know anything about this city. Morelia. I'd never heard of Morelia until like 3 years ago. I found this place by accident. For my first 15 years in Mexico, nobody ever said anything about Morelia. But this city right here, Celaya, that's another Mexico secret nobody knows about. Those are the kinds, that's the kind of place I want to stay. It's going to be extremely affordable, nice, excellent weather year round, safe as hell, young people in universities. On the way back to Morelia, I sat in the front row of the bus, and sitting next, I was in seat number 1, and seat number 2 was this hot Mexican lady my age. And she was a college professor, and she was single. We had a great time on the way back. She was hot, college professor. That's the kind of people I want to hang out with. Hot Mexican women my age that have a PhD in something. That's how I'm living. Okay, so now I'm on the main plaza. Yep. And I think these are decorations for Christmas. You can see those white, green, and red thingies. And it's the end of September. They're putting up Christmas decorations the end of September. Christmas is huge in Mexico. Huge. Yippee-yay-ki-yo. Let's go in here and see what I'm missing in comments. Okay. La Doce Vita. Even the dogs have jobs. That's funny. That's really funny. Even you made me laugh, girl. Even the dogs have jobs. Thank you very much, Brian. Hope you and all in the house this morning have a great weekend. So you'll be in Mexico Tuesday in Puerto Vallarta. It's going to be hot and humid there, Brian. But when you get to Ajijic, it's not going to be really hot. I talked to my cousin that lives in Ajijic. I talked to her last weekend, and she said it was hot in Ajijic. So whatever. It's not hot here. That's all I care about. Wheelchairs. Hey, what'd they say? 8 to 80 crippled on crutches. That's what Donald Trump says. Him and Epstein. 8 to 80 crippled on crutches. They do it all. ACC2, like Tijuana and San Diego, are twin cities. Okay. I just walked into Tijuana, Mexico from San Ysidro. Very good. Reggie, the plaza with trees looks fabulous and peaceful. And the videos that you're seeing now, I'm going to put up this video this week. But I've got videos next week that show you the really good stuff in Celaya. Beautiful, went into a fabulous art museum, more plaza shots, and I will be sharing those videos with you next Saturday. I had a nice conversation with a violinist in Puebla. While he was charging his phone, we were in the plaza and a good band was playing. Puebla is a marvelous city to live. I haven't been there, but it is on my list. Woo! So that's all the clips that I have for you today. Again, all of these everywhere, all the cities that I'm sharing with you are places that I've never been before. Toluca, that was a fabulous find. Pátzcuaro, I'd never been there before. I could live there in a heartbeat. Morelia is a fabulous place. And I'm so disappointed in myself that I spent 10 years in Puerto Vallarta, even though I loved every day in Puerto Vallarta. I enjoyed each and every day. But I'm so glad to get out and experience these different wonderful, wonderful places in Mexico. And let me say this. When I make a video and in the video I say, I could live here, or on the front picture in the bottom right-hand corner when it says, I could live here, I'm not kidding. That means I like it. And one guy, I get a fair amount of hate mail. I delete it from the channel, but I get hate mail like every day. I do. And one guy watched a video where I said, I could live there. And the guy sent me a message. He says, you were only there for like a day or two. How could you want to live there after you've only been there 1 or 3 days? That's how I found Morelia. My first day I was in Morelia, I stayed in a real iffy hotel. It was cheap. Hotel Victoria. It's like 8 blocks from El Centro. It only cost like $25 a night. It was a clean place, but I wouldn't stay there again. No, $25 a night. That's pretty cool. But anyway, I stayed there, walked. My first day in Morelia, I walked down to El Centro, to the main plaza, right across the street from the cathedral, and I just sat in the plaza for about 2 hours. I just sat in the plaza for just 2 hours, just seeing all the business people and the college students, young people, and something hit me. It just said, I could live here. No, I was living in Mazatlan with a whole bunch of senior citizen Canadians. 400 people in my building. All of them had white hair. All of them at the pools. All people with white hair. God bless them. I got white hair too. That's why I cut it off. But I was in Moravia with all these young people, college students, business people, and I told myself I could live here. And so that's why after one day, my first day in Moravia, I was ready to leave Mazatlan and come and live here. So when you see a video come up and it says I could live here, I mean it. I mean it. Okay, now let me check out some messages here. Sorry about the hate mail. There's trolls everywhere. Yeah. I get you'd be really surprised all the hate mail that I get. That's fine. I'm a big boy. Bill, Elizabeth is correct. You need to visit Puebla and adjacent city Cholula. Okay. I've heard good things about Puebla. I've heard good things about Cholula. So I'm going to do them both. And but I need some travel cash. And thank you guys, Reggie, and the people that contribute to the channel. Thank you for contributing to the channel so I can make these trips. Axel, Bill, what is crime like in Toluca? I didn't see any crime. Okay. I bet it's like it is anywhere. If you're not dealing drugs, buying drugs, if you're not trying to screw somebody's 13-year-old daughter or sister, if you don't have a funky descending attitude, if you're not drunk and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, insulting people, I don't think you'll have any problems. I've been here 20 years. So I think Toluca, you'd be fine. Just like Morelia. I think you'd be A-OK number one. Okay, let me check my list here. I wrote down Jimmy Kimmel got fired this week. Robert Redford died. There were many actors of the past that were racist, like John Wayne. John Wayne was a serious racist, but I've heard that Robert Redford supported the civil rights movement. I heard that Robert Redford was a great guy. He was 89. He died this week. He made some great flicks. Jimmy Kimmel is gone. Colbert is gone. And this week, I don't watch any television, so to speak. I watch YouTube. So this week, I was watching some YouTube videos with Dick Cavett. Remember the Dick Cavett show? And I watched a interview Dick Cavett had Lester Maddox, who was the governor of Georgia. Lester Maddox with Jim Brown, the football star. They were sitting side by side talking to each other. And I watched some videos with George Wallace, who was also governor of Georgia. He was a segregationist. And in one video, he just talks about, I'm a segregationist. And that's just the way it is. Segregation, segregation. And so I was watching some videos like that. I was watching some Phil Donahue videos. And some of the stuff that these people were talking about, it was like the same stuff that's going on now. I mean, Charlie Kirk, the way he used to talk, what Charlie Kirk would say, well, if the pilot of the airplane is black, it just makes me feel not safe. That's That's like now. And looking at these videos from like 40 years ago, and wow, wow, you would think things would change a bit. Mr. Redford grew up in Central California. As a kid, neighbors were Mexican kids. He loved Mexican food. Yeah, okay, right on, girl. So anyway, that's what I do. I make videos. I watch YouTube interviews. Oh, okay. One of the videos I saw on YouTube, they have a panel. They have a regular panelist on Fox News, and the regular panelist on Fox News says, "Well, we just need to round up all the homeless people and give them lethal injections. Round up the homeless people in the United States, give them lethal injections." And right after he said that, he said, "Kill them." That's just, and that's today. He said that like last week. Woo, I tell you, man, I live down here. Maybe one of the good things about not knowing anything about Mexican politics, not knowing, and my Spanish isn't excellent, and I don't have a lot of Mexican friends. I'm not keyed into anybody's Mexican family. Maybe the good thing about all of that is I live in total ignorance down here. I'm ignorant. I don't know any government stuff. Okay, Brian, here we go. Brian Maiden. Have you had a chance to watch the Midas Canada with Charlie Angus? That just started within the last couple of weeks. Brian, I love Charlie Angus. Charlie Angus is the man. And when Brian talks about the Midas Canada, my favorite source of information is the Midas Touch. And I watch them every day, and their spinoff into Canada is Midas Canada with Charlie Angus. And Charlie Angus is the man. He's the man. He's like the Malcolm X white man of Canada. He don't play. He called Donald Trump a criminal gangster. Woo! Yeah, Brian. So I've heard, I've seen many interviews with Charlie Angus. I love him. Love him. Yes. Also, Robert Redford was one of the co-founders of the Sundance Film Festival, which allowed aspiring independent filmmakers to showcase their films. Thank you very much, Sammy. I find it hilarious when Americans are concerned about crimes in Mexico. Yeah. When Trump got elected, the crime rate in Washington, D.C. went up like 1,000% just because he was in town. There is nowhere on earth where everyone is armed. There are more guns than homes. Last I heard, there are twice as many guns in the United States than people. And that's just a fact. Twice as many guns in the United States than people. Hey, Bill, there is something to be said about blissful ignorance. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, I'm just, I read I listen to information about the United States all the time. But whatever. Lake Show 1966, Foxtrot Delta Tango. Okie dokie. I would enjoy being interviewed by you. Okay, cool. I'm half Mexican. I have lived and traveled there since the 70s. I even attended Ibiru University, took art classes at Casa de la Cultura, and music at Roses. Okay, cool. Send me an email, Elizabeth, and just send me an email at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com, and let's have a conversation. I'll probably ask for your phone number, and we can talk on the phone a little bit so I can hear about your background so we can get this interview set up. And if you're an interesting person, you got stories to tell about visiting Puebla, visiting Cholula, how you won the Mexican lottery, and all of that. Yeah, let's set up an interview. But there you go. Please email me and we'll chat and we will set up this interview. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. So I'm looking at my list. Okay, now. Release the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. Yes, do that. All of them, specifically the videos. Okay, now, what else? Okay, so this week, I'm going to put up the Celaya video. I have a couple other videos ready to go that will go up this week. I think my new character, who will be a political character, it will be political comedy. It'll only be like a 5-minute video. We'll see how it goes. If we get some views on this, if you like it, share it with a friend. Okay, now. I felt very safe when I was in Guadalajara. I saw so many armed police. I counted at least 5 types: tourists, municipal, etc. Okay, very good, very good. All right. Well, that's all. That's all I've got for this week. Another movie day. Adios, amigos. Adios, Axel Foley. Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I hope, everybody just have a good time. It's Saturday. Go out and enjoy yourselves. I hope the weather is good wherever you are on the planet. I hope you have some nice things to do this fine Saturday afternoon. I hope you get to see some beautiful sights, maybe meet some new enjoyable people, maybe eat some good food, maybe have a cerveza. Sure, why not? Why not? So I'm going to get out of here now. I'm getting ready to head down to the grocery store and get some mouthwash, some hot sauce, water, milk, and maybe a cerveza or 2. Same to you. La Dolce Vita. Ciao to you. So I'm Bill the Geek. If you're watching the replay, or if you're watching, if you're watching the recorded version of this and you want to donate, just go down to the middle of the description, click the donate button, or click the join button and become a member. But anyway, I'm Bill the Geek. Love you all. Thanks for joining us today. All I can say is adios. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. All I can say is adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien. Love you all. Hope I see you next week. We have more videos coming out this week. And enjoy your day filled with love, peace, joy, and happiness.